Alrighty lads, welcome back to another episode of my Germany playthrough here where we're trying to accept every culture in all of Europe but also own it, either directly or indirectly. And it's well into the mid-game here, moving on towards the late stages of this game. But we're making leaps and bounds. Look at our influence. Soon as we finish up this war that we have committed to against France and hand off territory to Brittany, we're going to be able to walk all the way from Iberia to Russia as we own it all. Hopefully the coalition kind of disperses eventually. That would be good. And then we could take a big chunk out of Austria. He's currently 158 war score. So we're also going to be gaining the Imperialism CB soon. That is something to look forward to. Apparently this is the hardest war I've fought in a while. It's, in terms of size, harder than the previous wars, but I bet a lot of it is the colonies. Looks like 3 colonies there. He's got Portuguese Australia. I haven't looked too much over in Asia and so on this game, guys, because I don't really care that much this game. Which is quite exhilarating, actually. You know, this guy's a little Christian out here, Coptic. Looks like Ethiopia got wrecked, but I'm thinking about that guy. Maybe whatever. Who cares? I want to try to diplo-vassalize Raguz, though. Get it over and done with. Let's try to do that while I'm at peace. Hopefully I don't forget. Alrighty. In regards to Bohemia here, we're going for this, so we want to actually 100% him and begin coring that stuff up. We're going to be able to accept the manufacturers soon here, guys, which gives us 10% increased goods produced, which is a nice modifier. This is only fort level 2. I'm not going to bother barraging that. It's going to fall so quickly. Spain appears to be defeating these rebels by himself, but he has yet to defeat the Sardinian rebels, which should be progressing. We should actually be able to see as he's our subject. Yes! They are progressing slowly. Whew, I wonder if by some miracle they would defect, and then all we would have to do is get ourselves involved in a war with Genoa, return Corsica to Genoa. That would be the dream. I guess manufactories has spread to every province that we have a manufactory. How quickly is it spreading about? No, it's spreading nicely. Let's wait. I was going to accept it now as it does give us the goods produced modifier, like I just said, and it would kind of be economically beneficial, but at the rate that it's being accepted, you know, it costs us just about all the money we have right now, and if it was embraced everywhere, it would cost 0. So there's no way that modifier will give us basically, you know, like 3k. I doubt it. Anyway. Let's allow it to be embraced in certain areas. I was also thinking we have the option to influence Spain as our trust is really low, and that's a way to appease him. So I might spend a big amount of cash influencing Spain. But currently, we seem to be on the fast track to actually having Spain be loyal with us, which is cool. Alright, let's go for the white piece against Portugal. I'm going to go ahead and do that while we can. This guy has 50% cost. That costed me 600 for one admin a month. You need that admin. Bohemia's just about ready to give up. Just occupy the rest of his territory. And these Neapolitans, I think as much as I do want to go deal with them, well, do we have military access right now? I don't. I was going to say that I might just leave them there to kind of increase the odds of Spain trying to deal with them and not just go deal with the Sardinians. But I don't really have much of an option myself while we're at war. I don't feel comfortable using my navy, my little amount of transports. We'd have to wait till we're at peace anyway. Now let's have a look at Brittany here, because we're probably overextending him, but that's fine. So be it. See, I don't want the Neapolitans to be successful, guys, if we can help it. They're now progressing as well. Let's go ahead and look at our truces. In 2 years' time, our truce comes up with Spain. Ah, man, I badly want to go against the Ottomans. Do I dare? He's currently maintaining his forts. I wonder why. Oh, he's in a war himself, I see. I'd feel much more comfortable about fighting the war if he was not maintaining those. Here comes France. France is just going to man up on me. And we need to hang out a little bit before we peace out. Bohemia. Nice. That was like my worst general. And we're stronger than France. Feels good. My trade is so much weaker than it ought to be, though, which doesn't feel very good. Sardinian rebels are about 30% of the way, which is quite exciting. Let's make sure that we have the occupations for Brittany, the appropriate occupations. Those are the 3 provinces that he has claimed up, which is the minimum that we will give him. We're waiting on Bohemia, guys. I don't see any Bohemian troops around at a glance. So we're basically... just waiting until he's lacks enthusiasm and will give us that 95%. Then we can get out of this war. We got a really nice modifier of, what was it, 25% reduced, 15% reduced development cost here. So the burghers are currently happy. I'm going to encourage development. And now it's just in the one province. But look how cheap that is, 27. We're definitely far enough ahead here. Salt's currently worth 4.05, which is actually a lot. Build those manufactories. The sooner we do it, the sooner they will pay off more throughout the course of the game. Now, I'm going to go ahead and exile these troops here. I think that's a good plan. Exile the troops so that we can go deal with the Neapolitans. Afterwards, the Nepalese. I'm looking around at... yeah, we could fight Savoy, but that's coalition material. What about Friesland? That's coalition material as well. But we avoid any kind of allies if we attack Friesland. That might be our next war. How you doing, Bohemia? I bet he's got some troops hiding somewhere, but he's getting there. Maybe 3 more months, and we will peace this war out. I should just be glad it was so decisive. We're killing the whole world like it's no big deal. Oh, wrong province there. I'm going to upgrade this fort in the woods. What's our war exhaustion look like? It's currently 0. Beautiful. Now we've got an Indian rivaling us. I think we do technically, yes we do. We have territory out here owned by Spain which could defect to rebels, it's possible. So he is rising through the ranks, surprisingly. But it's more that the other great powers like Russia have begun to decline a bit. This dude's got a random pretender on the throne who happens to have good stats. So this is in the one province, and it's also a province which is trash. I know it's here. Versus Germany gets missionary strength. Nah. At 5% increased technology cost, forget about it. Okay, a couple more months so we can get out of this war. Which would be nice. There it is. That is quite a significant amount of land. This here is in the Highlands, this fort. I like that. Woods. This is a weak-ass fort, dude. I'm gonna delete it. The Polish, or whoever owned this, maybe it was Bohemia at the time, but they've built a university here. I'll keep an eye on developing that province in the future. One of these is a French province that I caught up. Let's cancel that. Alright, that's a big chunk of Bohemian land. No, it's Silesian, of course, yeah. So now, this is one of the territories. It's a beautiful territory, but the culture group is weak, as it owns just the one territory. But I will end up coring that up, stating it up, and I guess using one of our precious culture slots there, because I plan to own this stuff as well. We kind of surround it 360 degrees. Now I can't convert, as I already stated, that was part of the rules. So with that in mind, I don't really have many options to deal with that little Silesian culture group. Now, how much are we willing to take? Let's look at our overextension. How much are we willing to take here and hand off to Brittany? That much, because I want to get to peace. Okay, let's go deal with these rebels. And speaking of rebels, the Sardinians are slowly getting there. Man, good luck, keep it up, Sardinia, you got this. Alright. Let's look to hand off provinces to Brittany, which we might struggle to do, as he's overextended. So we're going to have to wait a little while. He's probably over 100% overextension right now, but we'll see. So I was thinking about fighting the coalition. Milan would help us, that's good. Currently we're looking really stable. Man, their numbers would be huge. Oh, Great Britain is behind in military. And he's fighting in the New World. And he's taken a military idea, so he may stay behind. Look at that, guys. He's doing really bad in military. This one is killing him a bit. Oh, it's on a new... This guy's only 17 years old. He's behind in military tech. He hasn't completed offensive or quantity. So he's really military starved. That's good to see. And he's distracted. So if we fought the coalition, he might be really distracted in the meantime and a bit of a potato. The other thing we want to do is get into a war against Genoa, which I kind of assumed, like, somebody would, somebody would like him. Somebody would ally him. Maybe a trade league, something. But it doesn't appear to be the case. Uh-oh. I moved that exile stack into my own territory and it's no longer exiled. That's awkward. Wow, look at this, guys. A Catholic, non-accepted culture province with a significant amount of overextension, 80% overextension, and it's just stable. I guess we do have Kurland sitting there, but we're so stable, it's crazy. Now, if I was to take this war, we should take Morale of Armies from this. Nice. Spy Network has just enough there to make the claims. Morale of Armies from my religious stuff, that would be good. This guy here, stand on the mountains and let the Nepalese walk into us. Is probably the best way to deal with them. Going back to war also might help the Spanish be a bit derpy. I can see he's slowly moving the odd troop around. He's got 1k there. I kind of want to deal with these rebels first, though. So if we attacked Austria, it would call in the Papal State and Tunis. Milan would help us against Ferrara, so it's quite obvious who we're going to attack. It's going to be him. Not Ferrara, excuse me, Friesland. Ah, man. Can't think straight right now. Making tons of money. Again, not at all worried about manufacturers. It's becoming cheaper and cheaper. What? That's not right. I'm in my subject. Is it because it's occupied? Come on, dude. Is it because he has Liberty Desire? Come on. There we go. That freaked me out. I was like, this is not going to work. Now, let's quickly check, is any truce going to join the coalition? It's just Spain. Currently, truce is coming out with Spain. Damn, we could do with a good navy, a better navy. Navy's not looking so hot. Ah, man. I think I have to influence Spain, guys. For some trust. Let's look at these modifiers. Yeah, the trust is having an effect, so that would get a little bit away. So relative power is high. If we increased our forces, that would be good. Obviously, we're 9% over. Well, how strong are our cannons? Remember, we're infantry oriented, but cannons are looking pretty good right now. I'm going to get a bit of both. This is for us stacked down there. Can I get them back? I'm going to have to use my navy to get them back, can't I? Let's have a look at the coalition. We'll get access through the Pope's land. But it's awkward to reinforce. I'm just going to reinforce for the other armies in the meantime. The stack will just be a bit smaller for now. Let's make claims where I can. So I'd love to state this area up, which I have already. Okay. I'd love to get a third claim here, but I don't know. Grasslands. Okay, these rebels were delayed, right? Yes. And Sardinia's at 50%. Dude, it's close. I'm going to be so poor, but I'm just going to do it. I don't see how else really to make Spain stable, guys. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And we're getting close. We need 6%. So hopefully in the next year or so, if we increase our armies, I'm going to hire mercenaries. I don't think this does anything to Liberty Desire. I think this does something to relations, guys, but not Liberty Desire. And our relations are already maxed out. Nice. Admin efficiency feels good. 5 admin efficiency. Beautiful. Brittany's still struggling. Apparently I can't even nearly get enough relations with Ragusa, but I think I offended him by breaking alliance or something. And aggressive expansion. Now that he's our ally, we might be able to get it up there. I'll give him a little bit of subsidies. I want to get that guy high enough to diplo-vassalize him for the lols. For the lolsy lols. Yeah, so sorry about this, guys. It seems like a little bit slow. I'm a little bit worried about the Spanish, and we're going in here against this coalition. But I'm waiting to hire these troops. And I want to station my armies as wisely as possible. I could be transferring, but it's going to take forever, guys. Oh, I could transfer like here and here and here, and then they're liberated. Okay, I think that's a bit of a compromise. I forgot. We can walk through France now. Brittany looking good, by the way. Germany looking good in general. Look at our subjects. Epic. In that case, let's allow time to continue. Get ourselves up to 30 there on that spy network. Why not? Why not? Okay, so I want to have some cannons ready for this stack. 1, 2. And then I'm going to drop some mercs before we declare the war. Sardinia's... I actually didn't think that they were going to be successful, but I'm starting to be a little bit convinced. Sardinia's doing the job, guys. It's pretty cool. I'm going to change this to Moral of Armies. Now, our prestige is capped out. That's excellent for morale. We have a discipline advisor. That's good. We're equal or ahead in tech. That's good. Everything's good. That general sucks. That's not good. That general's better. That's real good. I should go pro as a commentary, guys. Commentatorinos. So good at commentatorinoing. Alright. Getting everybody into position. So, let's have a look at the coalition again. We could knock out Savoy really quick. We could have one army here. Is one army enough here? Probably. Yeah, one army here. Austria's garrisoning his fort, so I might actually ignore Austria here initially. I've kind of given up on the Union over Ragusa, by the way. You guys have kind of seen that. I'm not too worried about it any longer. I changed my mind. I was musing about the culture groups in between episodes, and it wouldn't be ideal anyway if we got him in a personal union. Poor Brittany's struggling. It's amazing that Brittany's struggling with such a good ruler, and by a good ruler I mean my own ruler. These are cannons. Seems to take forever. My stupid navy's so useless. And now I'm going to want to put my navy into a good, safe kind of spot. fight this war. Spain has low fort levels, but I might go chuck it in Granada, and Spain will defend himself. Ah, man, Spain's not happy, guys, and our truce comes up this year. So, really? Is that my admiral? Okay, no big deal. So, I think, of course, it's unlikely, well, somebody could support Spain's independence while we fight this war. That would be a bit awkward. The final solution would be developing, right? Which is something we could do. I don't really see any other choice we have, so probably just the cheapest. That's 43, that's the cheapest. There, 36. There on grasslands will probably be the cheapest, as it's just low development. Alright, let's develop this. So what do we value the least? We could get rid of some Diplo and some military. Let's help him out here with his iron. There we go. So theoretically, unless we get like stack wiped, this should just go away. Most of that there is trust and enforced religion. If those taper off, he'd be at 0. That's where we want him. So hopefully this is no longer something we have to worry about. Alright. Let's go up here. And we're about to declare the war. Once we finally get into position. Losing our trade advisor is actually pretty sad. Because trade's giving us some money. I'm thinking about my claims. I know it's boring. But we should be claiming stuff. As we've got no bloody CB until we get imperialism. Which is coming in 2 techs. But it's going to be a long 2 techs away. Frickety frick. I might just leave that. No, I'm not gonna leave it. Let's go help him out. But I think it would be foolish to declare this coalition war. Just YOLO declare it, guys, so. There's the truce. And we're looking good. Looking real good on Liberty's eye, sucker. You're happy, aren't you, Spain? Dude, we're even ahead in admin. Which is something. I'm going to try to spend my admin points here, guys, if we can get really high in terms of war score. Just going to move this stack into position, and then it's time to go. Finally, this thing forever. Oh, the garrison down that fort is low, so let's try to time this well. Because I'd love to take that in 1 month. For even just strategic reasons, that would be really good for this war to take that in 1 month. Dude, Sardinia is actually winning. He's actually going to defect. This is epic. Okay, let's not neighbor this fort. Be careful, because he'll turn the garrison up. And here we go, guys. Yeah, maybe I should... we're 4 ahead in infantry, that's fine. Here we go. Oh, he turned the garrison on! What gives? I guess the wasteland counts. He saw that as a threat even through the wasteland. That's alright. Let's barragify him really quickly. Get barraged upon. And we'll be able to take it, like, first month. 50 military points, that's okay. Alright, let's look at the numbers. We've got numbers. Wow, we've got numbers. Milan and myself have numbers, and Spain's helping us out now, guys. Spain is officially happy with us. Sick. Amazeballs. The dream is real. How are you doing, Genoa? You made an ally so I can get rid of Corsica? No, you haven't. Seriously, Genoa? You can't ally the Pappy or something? What is wrong with you? Now, are we going to win this? Well, he seems to be afraid of us, so we might not have to worry about it as it happens. Yeah, and of course, a lot of those numbers are Great Britain, naturally, who is both weak and preoccupied. So we're going to basically try to 100% what's here. Of course, they're walking out to our subject, our poor subject. Do they... They currently are doing well in their war exhaustion affairs. They're currently doing well, so that's good. That's everything I can claim from Burgundy. We have claimed. Alright. I was thinking if we... Oh... I was going to say, if we leave this with Burgundy long enough, he might convert it back to Burgundian, but he's accepted Piedmontese. He's accepted it, so he's never going to convert that back. You fool! Yeah, guys, I'm stressing about the Spanish not accepting this stuff from being a empire. Ah, that will be embarrassing and dumb if my personal union tactic does not work, because that's a facepalm fail. It was flawed from the very beginning, right, boys? Spain doing beautiful work for us. The Spanish are pretty strong, and he was doing quality ideas, yep. And thanks to our amazing ruler, I mean, he's not coring anything up, so he's just going to be sitting there swimming in points. He's not exactly going to be behind most nations in tech or anything like that going into the future. I guess Denmark. Let's try to climb up some of Denmark's land. At least get a CB against him. That's the minimum of what we need. Alright, this guy's working on Siena. Let's go work on these. So, I'd love to take Death Martian. Let's have a look here. We're looking for some... Probably got too much to take, eh? Yeah. Something like that. Begin to expand our power. Yeah, there we go. 93% over the Netherlands region. The English Channel, rather. That would be good. I mean, look how much is there. Even if we could get up to like 24% or something like that, it would be worth funneling everything in and just not dominating, but collecting there. As far as whether we do a ticking war score, but whether we can get that much war score, how much was it? 93? 92. Whether we can get that or not is a bit questionable, because we're basically not going to invade the British Isles whatsoever. And perhaps the same goes for Venice there. Venice itself might just sit there freely laughing at us while we're on this side of the strait. Look at that, dude. Great Britain is a savage, dude, with his navy. Unbelievable. It genuinely looks like Sardinia will defect, though, so that's one less issue. But I mean, like I said, guys, if he doesn't accept Aragonese or Castilian or whatever, like, what can I do? Whoops. Whoops. Playthrough's bad and wrong. So, I mean, I thought he was going to, like... Is that occupied? It is occupied, isn't it? Yeah. It's very similar colors there. I thought Austria, in my previous playthrough, accepted everything because he became Empire Government rank as a German and accepted all the German cultures. I hope I'm not wrong. That's dumb if I'm wrong. I even talked about it, how a personal union, I suppose, is really interesting to feed in that case. as a subject. They don't pay you tribute or anything like that. But they accept cultures. Maybe I was mistaken. There's only one way to find out. And that's through failure. We shall find out through failure. Alright, what else do we need to claim? We could spy work on Austria to claim some of Hungary, because we border him. How's our war exhaustion? It's at 0. Nice. Let's state this up. Bohemia. That gives us something to spend our admin points on. This is going to empower us dramatically. Now this is grasslands. Oh boy. Oh yeah. That's nice. Coal province. Of course, Prague looking good. We've already got the workshop, the textiles. Nice. Do that when I'm at peace. Upgrade the trade. Wrong bloody province. Let's check. Remove that. Alright. Nice. Germany looking good, looking beauty, mate. Yeah, all this PU action, all this work, that's embarrassing, man. I hope these guys do become Empire government rank. Okay, Brittany currently is accepting France in. That's good to see. You know, I guess Norman would be the issue. I think that begins as Norman, does it? That's strange. Maybe an event or something changed it. Norman would be the issue, and you can't demand provinces from personal unions, guys. So I'm thinking that he would probably accept everything anyway. They're large enough, but maybe not this. Maybe not that. Yeah, so we might epically fail this run. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not even sure if it's possible, but I did think like we were going to do it. Don't get me wrong. But maybe our goal was too retarded, basically. It was too foolish. It was too stupid. To be trying to do. We've still got plenty of time before we need to embrace the Institute in terms of taking up, and still making plenty of money. And this coalition was actually surprisingly looking pretty easy. Once again, my poor little subjects taking a lot of the heat, which seems to be the case every time. Now, these guys were all in the coalition, and that means no separate piecing. Am I doing everything right with my stacks? We're going up here, good. This is a really high level fort here. This is a low level fort. I do want to embrace manufacturers here soon, though. I think it looks like we've sieged everything up here, which is good. We're only at 18% war score, though, which does not seem like very much. Nice. 50 admin points. I would assault that up there if it got breached, but otherwise let's not do it just yet. How many states do I have available? Just the one? I can't believe it. The Sardinians were successful, guys. That's incredible. That's incredibly blue. Look at them. Released. We even have a CB on them if we want to take them directly. Next month we will take Reconquest. Obviously it will cost us Diplo points, etc. But we even have a CB on them if we want to take that for ourselves. Or vassalize Sardinia or something. Ah, man. I'm just going to take the manpower hit this time. I work so hard for my army professionalism and then it just disappears. Why is this game so mean to me? I'll never know. This is awkward. There's so many troops everywhere. Uh-oh. I've already committed to this battle. Oh. Oh, the Swedish general was so good, and of course it's the Swedes. Ah, man. Is there a river crossing? It looks like there is. Yeah. But he's got 5 maneuver. I'm using that to give him -1 to rolls. But we're out everything. We're out shocked, we're out fired. We might lose this battle. Especially because he's got reinforcements. We don't. Plot twist. Wow. What were you worried about, guys? What were you worried about? Don't worry about it. 40% infantry combat ability? Don't worry about it, guys. Easy. What were you worried about? Okay? I think on that note, we might end the episode. What were we worried about? Sweden? No big deal. What's that? 565 general? Nah. Easy. Easy, mate. Yeah, so I'm going to push on for this war, guys. Again, as we're not going to be fully siege down much at all of Great Britain, I'm not sure how achievable this is, but we're definitely going to need some of the taking war score, and this is quite rewarding. Quite rewarding. They're taking some moderately high dev land there from this war. I'm also going to... This is what I want to state up with our 1 state available now that we've called this up. This gives us something to spend our admin points on as we're far ahead, and we're going to be able to tick up here soon as well. But this is a beautiful area in general, and we can culturally accept that, and it's nice homeland oriented there, right in the heart of our country. Beautiful. Loving this one. Looking forward to gearing up against the Ottomans, guys, which I've said, 2 episodes ago, but hopefully it happens eventually, and that might be next episode. I can see that he's not maintaining these forts now, which is really what's going to give us the edge, because hopefully I plan to stand here and force march in there, and there. I could probably pull that off with some of our high maneuver generals before the month ends, take each of these, and then basically sit on the ticking war score, occupy a lot of this kind of territory, like the war goal, and just basically stay together, stay consolidated, fight defensive wars against his overwhelming numbers. And that 1 in military is really exciting, because he only just recently ticked up to 20. We'll be able to tick up to 21 ahead of him. A small advantage there. That would be beautiful. But yes, Sardinia actually defected, and now plan obviously is to give this core to Genoa, and then hopefully Spain fully accepts these cultures in the future and then converts this back to Basque, which is pretty realistic, I would imagine, considering he will fully accept Basque. But whether he will actually do that or not, who knows? I hope he does. Otherwise, that's embarrassing. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.